What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pagel Services here, and you read that right. We got an employee coming back, begging for his job back. You know, I've had that happen a couple times over the years. So I got Eric coming to the office today, gonna have a little chat with him, see what he wants to do about this. We got Hunter, Holly, and Preston. They're out working on a job here in Fenimore doing some landscaping, and I gotta bring a truck back to the shop and get working on that, so let's get into it. Time to work on the Duramax. This is the one that Dan just drove his sprayer into, so that's cool. Really don't like looking at that, but this truck needs a service, and I need to look and see how bad that oil leak is. Need to fix a few things. Need to look at the brakes. Need to just live with chemicals here. All right. Yeah. So basically need to go through this truck front to back and see what all it needs. Make sure she's good, and maybe clean the inside. A little scuzzy in here. So this truck's got some weird electrical issues going on. Service trailer brakes, service stable track, roll driver's side window down. And I actually had a buddy of mine message me and say that it's probably a bad ground cable. So I'm gonna check that out today as well. He said that his truck was doing that once, ended up being a bad ground. So that's a good possibility because this truck was wrecked at one time. So it could be, but let's get her on out to the shop and see what we need to do to this old girl. How many miles are on this thing? 182,000 on her. Just getting back to the shop here. Got the fan just going like crazy today. So most of you probably know the Canadian wildfires and all that crap. I don't know, yesterday was pretty bad. Today it's better, but we came in the shop this morning and it was just all smoky in here. Not sure why. I don't know if somebody left the door open last night or what, but so we've been trying to suck the smoky out of here. Well, Dan still got half a tank of spray juice in there, so we put that under the back. Let's go see where this thing's leaking oil. So, as we can see here, she's leaking oil like a MF'er. And it's not as simple as the drain plug, unfortunately. Really looks like it's coming from the rear main seal, would be my guess. It's coming out here and then just splattering all over, or the oil pan maybe, but I don't think. So now I gotta make a decision. Do I want to fix that now or go one more oil change and fix it this winter? Well, it does look like there's a possibility that it's coming from the top of the motor and down and around, so I'm gonna let it back down and take a look. I don't see anything super wet on the upper side, so I'm assuming it's that rear main seal, I would guess. Well, either way, I gotta do an oil change on this, check everything else over. So it's not really leaking that much. It's literally just a few drops and then it's flinging all over. So I'm kind of leaning towards letting it go, one more oil change, and then this winter, late this fall, we could pull the transmission and transfer case back and probably replace that seal. What the f is going on? Somebody put the socket back in their own spot. So on these diesel trucks, we go 6,000 miles on an oil change. And the way that I do it is every oil change, I like to do the spin-on trans filter and the fuel filter. Every oil change. Why not? You're already up in the air. Might as well do it. Save you time, save you money. Oh, come outside for some fresh smoke air, I guess. Come outside and have a smoke. It's probably what I need right now. So, you know, it's so hard to record video like I do when you're pissed off. And things that piss me off, let me give you an example. I didn't say anything in there when I was looking because I instantly got pissed off and I didn't want to talk about it. So when I looked under the hood of that truck, the oil cap was missing. Where you dump the oil in was missing. So somehow I gotta still stay positive and try to record a video and try to, like, you know, keep going here. So it's really frustrating. So I messaged Dan a picture with no oil cap on there, and I said, this is a good way to piss me the fuck off. Because that truck, you have to add oil to it probably once a month, and there's no oil cap. There's no oil cap. So he says, it was missing when me and Preston topped it off with oil last week. I forgot to let you know. Okay, well, that doesn't help the situation. That means you knew about it a week ago and still didn't tell me. You came to tell me that the center console was sticky. You came to tell me that, and that we need some duct tape, and I ordered you a new center console lid, but we didn't have the thought process. We didn't have, oh yeah, the oil cap's missing. And I found it. It's under the hood. So, but what I'm trying to say is this filming, work, business, all this stuff, you know, yeah, we joke around sometimes. Yeah, we do skits sometimes. But a lot of this stuff is real. And a lot of business owners probably don't put this stuff online. And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. We do it. But it's really hard to try to be in a good mood, to film, let's go work on a truck. Instantly, I'm pissed off. Like, so frustrating. So, and then his reply, you know, it makes it worse. You know, oh, I knew about it a week ago, forgot to tell you. That's not something we forget to tell me. So, I think now, what I should do is go buy some nugget piece of shit truck like that. Old. I'm talking 20-year-old truck, no AC. And put the sprayer in that truck and see how he enjoys that. Because clearly, he does not appreciate having a nice truck that's dependable, that has air conditioning, it's got a small oil leak, you got to add some oil to it once a month. Big deal. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm frustrated. To be honest, I'm more disappointed because I trust my employees to take care of things, and clearly I can't. So whatever. It's not leaking out of where the oil cap isn't at, you know, it's not that, but still, that's certainly not good for any engine to be running without an oil cap. And I think just by using common sense, if that was his truck and it was missing the oil cap, I'm betting it would get replaced right away. So that's where I'm getting a little upset, is that either A, he doesn't give a or B, he can't think about that many things at once. So, you know, I'm not trying to bash Dan. I'm just being honest with you guys. This is straight. This is no bullshit. You know, he wrecked the sprayer into the truck earlier this week. And now I'm going to do maintenance on his truck and go through it and make sure everything's good for him. And that's what I find. So it's just constantly like a kick in the nuts, and I'm just getting tired of it. You know, and on top of all that, I got to hold a camera in my face, you know, and explain this. Now, I could have just not said anything and pretended like everything was fine. But then I'm holding that grudge inside and pretending like everything's fine on the camera, and I'm not going to do that. So, whatever. I'm going to let that drain and just go take a break or something, walk away from this, because I'm seriously pissed off. And now I just got a message from Eric. Wants his job back. Made a mistake. So, I'm telling you guys, as a business owner, it is super stressful, and you got to learn to deal with the stress. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I probably deal with it, you know, at like a 7. I would say I'm pretty good with most of it. But when it's just constant kick in the nuts every day, it just becomes a breaking point. So, you know, so now I got that on my mind, and now I've got Eric, who left me high and dry, no notice, messaged me at 12:30 in the morning and said, I'm done. You know, and prior to that, super loyal employee, never late, never really sick, never missed any days. You know, he's made some mistakes on work before, but, you know, overall a pretty good employee. Now it's 2 weeks later and he's asking for his job back. So just put me in a rubber room, man, and just lock the door, I guess. I don't know. This is just fucking mind-boggling. Another thing that came across my mind was, you know, there's accidents that happen, right? And accidents are gonna happen when you have 10 employees working and running equipment and driving trucks and doing stuff all day. Accidents are gonna happen, right? So that's what the sprayer was into the side of the truck. That was an accident. And it's unfortunate because it's small enough of an accident I don't want to do an insurance claim, and it's large enough that I don't want to fix it myself. So it's right at that middle point where it just fucks me. You know, that's an accident. Forgetting to put the oil cap back in is not an accident. That is stupid or lazy. That's what my dad always told me growing up. He said, you're either stupid or lazy. You tell me which one. You know, and then to tell me, well, we seen it a week ago. I mean, you literally just made it 10 times worse. There's a difference between an accident, you know, and a stupid mistake. And this is the perfect example of an accident was wrecking the sprayer. A stupid mistake is not telling me that the oil cap is missing. But you literally came to me and said your arm is sticky and you need duct tape. So I don't know how to get this through someone's head, but this is super frustrating. So I don't know. And it's smoky, it's hot. I feel like I've smoked 2 packs of Marlboros today, which is great. That makes you feel nice. I'm trying to be more positive. I don't like posting all these videos of negative shit that happens and stuff like this, but this is real. We're not scripting this. This is just happening. And then Eric messaged me, so I thought about that for about half an hour, and then I told him come into the office and talk to me. So gonna meet him up at the office, see what he has to say. You know, it takes a lot of balls to just f your boss over and message him at 12:30 in the morning and say I'm not coming in, you know, but it takes an even bigger set of balls 2 weeks later to come back and say, hey, I f***ed up, I'm sorry, I'd like my job back. So I do have, you know, a little bit of respect for somebody that's willing to admit that they f***ed up, you know. And that's just like these mistakes and accidents. If you admit that you f***ed up, you know, it's not so bad. We're gonna go back to the office, and I gotta meet Eric there. Since we posted what happened on YouTube, I told Eric, I said, when you come to the office, we're gonna record it, because we've got our lives out on YouTube. I told everybody you quit, and you did. You f***ed me over, so I said, if you want to make this work, I said, it's your turn to explain to me and YouTube what happened. So, you know, I understand some of you are going to be like, oh, this shouldn't be on YouTube. I agree with you 100%, but this is what we're doing, so it is what it is. I think some guys will maybe learn something from this. You know, some younger generation guys might learn something. You know, whether you're a boss or even an employee, you might learn something from this whole situation. So, yeah, it's drama. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, it probably shouldn't be on YouTube, but we're putting it out there, and it is what it is, you know. Most of you guys like this drama and stuff, so just living the dream here. Well, I'm down here in the conference room and just gonna wait for Eric to show up, so. Trying to think about how I should handle this situation. Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, it's going.
What are you up to today?
Oh, not a whole lot.
So, it's kind of surprised you messaged me. I guess I was just wanted to get your side of it and understand a little more. I didn't want to text and discuss it through text, so I figured I better have you come in and let me know your side of things, I guess. So,
Well, to start it off, I was chasing money and I f***ed up and I regretted it after I sent that message.
Okay. You sent it at like 12:30. I was, part of me was like, man, is he drinking or what the fuck were you?
Right.
At home getting wasted and got mad? I don't know. Because that day I yelled at you for messing up at the bank. And, so I thought it was partly that. And how'd you make that decision, I guess? How'd you get there?
I guess it was just spare of the moment.
Okay. So, I'm assuming somebody else offered you more money?
Mm-hmm.
And then you went and tried that, and...
Then he texted me and told me it wasn't working. My opinion, I guess he should have said what he said to me in person, not in text message.
Yeah, I mean, that line of work's probably probably a lot more labor intensive.
Oh, it is.
Than what you're used to here, so yeah, it puts me in a tough spot because obviously, you f***ed me over and that put a lot of stress on me and my business and, getting people together, and Preston luckily was here, got us through that, but, it takes a lot of balls to just quit at midnight and tell your boss to get f***ed, and then takes even more balls to come back and ask for your job back, so I do have some respect for you there. I just want you to be sure about this because I don't like going back and forth and making sure that this is something you want to do. And, you were never really, I don't even know how many years you've been working for me. Do you know? Probably 3 or 4.
I think it's going on 5.
Okay, well, 5 years, you're never really late. You're never really sick. You come to work every day and do your job. And, I try to give you that respect because you give my business respect by showing up and being here every day. And, I know a lot of times you have questions and you can ask me anything, it is what it is. But yeah, I also don't want to be, I just want you to understand that, I've got 10 applications on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
You could be replaced pretty easily, but for me as a business owner, I'd rather have you here than somebody new because you already know, how everything works here and you understand their processes and where everything is. And winter time, you understand what's going on there. And it's a lot that goes into this thought for me as a business owner. And of course, this is all on YouTube too, so that's not fun for anybody. But yeah, I mean, if you're chasing more money, you want more money, then you come and talk to me and, and say, hey, what else can I do? Can I have more responsibility? Can I work Fridays? Wash the trucks and mowers more? There's a lot of other ways. You could go help the landscapers on Fridays. There's a lot of different ways that you could make more money and get more hours, so...
It took a lot to actually hit the send button on that message.
The quit or the I come back?
Both.
Yeah, probably.
I think their worst one was me messaging to see if you'd be willing to take me back.
Well, right.
Because I burnt the bridge and, honestly, I want to rebuild it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been with you. You've had 5 years of my life, so...
Right. Yeah, and like I said, I appreciate that. You've helped me build my business, and you've always been here, and usually anything I tell you to go do, whether it's mowing or picking up dog turds or, cleaning out junk houses, you've always done that. So, that's stuff I think about. And, there's other employees that have left, recently that I don't care about, that if they would ask for their job back, I wouldn't entertain that because of their attitudes. And it's definitely a little different with you because you've been with me for a long time and I respect you and you show up every day, and definitely plays a big part in this. And
but like I said when I messaged you, I'm here to stay, per se.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of figured that, it's no different than, breaking up with a girlfriend and thinking that, oh, this is going to be nicer over here. And, you know, then 2 weeks goes by and you're like, oh shit.
Yep, that's a lesson learned. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. So
yeah, I like to think I'm pretty lenient with you guys, and I give everybody, you know, space and let you guys do your job. And again, you know, like I said, if I bitch at you, you know, for something, you just gotta take it like a man and move on from it. Don't take it personal. Don't let it ruin your whole day. You know,
right.
if I bitch at you for something, all I want to hear is, I'm going to go fix it, and that's it. You know, I don't want you to take that home with you and be like, oh, he yelled at me today, you know, and be pissed about it at home. So in that situation, if it was me, you know, I would have said, yeah, boss, I'll get it fixed. I would have went and fixed it that same day and messaged me and said, hey, boss, I went and fixed that. It's all taken care of. And, you know, and then that night you wouldn't have even, you would have been in a different mindset. You would have been happy, like, oh, I took care of that, the boss is happy, everything's done. And I think, like you said, rebuilding a bridge, you know, I don't think it's going to be too hard with me, because I have a lot of respect for you, and you've been here a long time, and everybody makes mistakes. I think the hardest part is going to be building the respect back with the other employees, because you know, if Hunter and Preston and Holly, their crew up, because I had to pull Preston off to go mow, you know, so I think I would be more concerned about, you know, keeping those guys happy, and, you know, they're probably going to give you a little shit, they're probably going to be a little hard on you, you know, you just got to prove yourself to me and to them that, hey, I fucked up, you know, and that's the thing, if you can admit to a mistake, that's being a pretty good man, and that's what I always try to do, you know, is admit to my mistakes. So getting Preston on your side and Hunter and Holly back decent, I think that's probably, you know, pretty important. You know, I can get over stuff pretty quick. You know, it is what it is. So, as far as the job, you know, yeah, I'd like to have you come back. You know, as far as pay, we're going to keep that the same. I'm going to expect a little bit more out of you. I want the lawns staying nice. You know, Preston said a few of them were kind of falling behind. So I need to make sure that that's done. Like I said, any communication that needs to happen, all you got to do is message me or ask Ashley or whatever. You know, and that's what I tell people all the time is just talk to your boss. You know, whatever you're going through, you know, just talk to him and say, hey, I need more money. Hey, I'm upset because you yelled at me. Hey, I don't like working with this person. Hey, whatever it is. You know, whether it's me or you're working for somebody else, just go talk to them.
It'll be a lot easier in the end.
Yeah, because I have 1,000 things going on during the day that I can assure you that I'm not thinking the same thing you are, you know. If you're out mowing lawns and you're like, oh, I want to make more money, you know, I have no way of knowing that.
Right.
So that's just communication, and all of us are not the best at communication. You know, everybody could work on that some. So I'm not the best at it either, but yeah, I'd like to have you come back and let's rebuild this and make it better. And we got Jarrett, he's working for us now. He's doing really good and seems motivated. And you know, I've got some other applications, and you know, I think we can get back on track, because that's what we got to do. Just keep moving forward and keep getting our job done. I mean, it's already July. We're halfway through July. It's going to be August, September, and then fall and winter again, and time flies. So
hopefully we have a good winter.
Yeah.
And like I said in my message, you know, Nolan quit and I had nothing to do with that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's younger, you know, and he probably doesn't understand. You know, what's weird is the day before I told him, well, the day you left, I told him, I said, don't ever do that to a boss. And he agreed with me. He's like, yeah, I'd never do that. You know, and then the next day he's just gone. I was like, what the hell? So, but he's 18, you know, he's got a lot to learn, and, you know, 10 years down the road, he'll look back at that situation and go, I shouldn't have just left like that.
Right.
You know, because he might need something, you know, or need a reference or something, you know. So, but, yeah. Well, we should be good. Why don't you come back? Why don't you come back Monday and we'll get you back to work, get you on the mowing crew, and get things squared away, and try to keep things a little more organized, and you know, and I'll talk to the crew and let them know that you're coming back and that, you know, they don't need to harp on you too bad. You know, everybody has bad days and
I deserve it.
shit happens, so it is what it is. Take a little shit. It is what it is. So, all right.
It is. Let's get through it.
Okay, well, let's move on.
All right.
Thanks for coming back, and we'll get this all squared away. So, all right, just got done chatting with Eric, and you know, he's a man of few words. So am I, and obviously things are a little weird when you're videotaping shit. So, I don't know. It went all right. I trust him, and you know, we all have bad days, we all have bad weeks, we all have bad months. Like, shit happens in everybody's life. You know, at the end of the day, he knows everything here, and he is, you know, loyal to me. You know, he had one slip up, so it's my choice. You know, some of you guys are gonna call me idiots, some of you guys are gonna say you know, I should have hired somebody else, and like, I understand that, you know, but you got to take everything into account, you know, in this situation. And like I said, he's been loyal, had a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Let's get back to work. Now, speaking of mistakes and how people make mistakes, right there. I remember a guy that thought he was going to do Amazon delivery on the side of his landscaping business, and went all out on that. They even bought an Amazon delivery van. So we all make mistakes. If you can admit the mistake, that's great. Move on, forget about it, and hopefully you'll learn something from it.
There's the boys right there. Oh, there's another boy right there.
Worked out. Here, are you gonna get out of my way? I'm trying to work.
Need me to do anything for you?
Yeah. Turn the AC on.
Daniel, what are you doing here?
Landscaping.
Oh, you're a landscaper today?
No.
Oh. Delivery man?
Sure am.
Well, they don't want anything to do with the camera today, fellas. It's very hot.
Should come back about 6 o'clock to do this side.
We gotta do both sides anyways. You know, me and Hunter went and did a job over on the other side of Bostonville.
Oh.
Put a drainage way in.
Okay. It is hot. I'm not a guy who usually complains about it being hot.
Yeah, we've been in this since Monday.
I'm feeling it for you, man. It sucks. I've been out in like 20 minutes of it, doing practically nothing, just standing, and it's hot.
It's so dumb.
I can't imagine working next to all this shit makes it even hotter.
Oh, yeah.
Being on this black stuff probably makes it even hotter.
Yeah.
Working with all the hot rock probably makes it hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's hot.
Sweat so much D-Rock dirt sticks to me.
Yeah. Here, D-Rock. Open wide.
Yeah, open wide.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that. Oh, no! Oh my God!
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. That was awesome.
No, it's
That's
not.
a working man shirt,
That's-
right?
That was us every Monday, Yeah. every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today.
No.
By 10 a.m.
Yeah, by 10. It's bad, D-Rock. Holly, when we had to go eat lunch, Holly had to have a sweatshirt on because it was too cold. Yeah, we had the AC full blast, and she started freezing because everything was soaked.
Yesterday it looked like I pissed my pants. I was sweating so bad. Literally.
So she wore a sweatshirt into the bar. They looked at her a little weird, but...
I feel for you guys. That sucks.
But, you know, we're out here still.
Yeah. Whooping ass.
Die somehow.
Yeah. Winning.
Nice when that's gone. Yeah, get that out of here. Go back to Arizona where you belong.
3 hours east. You know, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Smog would take care of all that sunlight for
Yeah,
us.
but then we couldn't breathe.
Yeah, then you couldn't breathe. Yeah. Yeah.
So...
It's a lose-lose situation,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Probably rather breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're all done. This is all we got left, D-Rock.
Is where
We got from here to over there.
from here to over there. And no more edging. Edging's good. Just putting rock in and fabric and good.
Yep.
Thank God.
For now.
Guess what?
You gone.
We going home. We all going home. 'Cause that shit.
All right, well, I agree. And then I won't see you guys for like 4 weeks. Or are you guys still going to be around? Finish that Joe Thomas project. I didn't know when you guys were going to Barnabelle.
It's supposed to be Monday, but we don't know.
Oh, all right.
We're not 100% because Joe Thomas's isn't done.
You guys never did touch on that. You want to explain to that where you were at that last video?
Yeah, we're at Joe Thomas, the Hall of Fame football player from the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And the Wisconsin Badgers. It's his hunting land.
Hunting land, oh, okay.
Hunting land and farm.
Yeah. More acreage than the town we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of land.
I hear the fucking fabric's melting.
What? Fabric's melting? Oh, yeah.
That's when you know it's hot.
Yeah.
Have you met me?
I won't go that far.
He's on a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like one of the main stars.
How do you not know me?
You are also on that channel, Preston.
What? Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're also a star. She's the biggest of the stars.
What? I can't hear you.
Probably thinks we're talking shit.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys.
Preston said you think he looks like the dog from Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah. He looked like Blue.
From Blue's Clues?
Yeah, he had
The
the
one that goes, whoop, whoop.
yeah. I told him to go find the clues.
If you're Blue, I'm Steve.
Oh, you're definitely Steve.
It was just out of the blue, D-Rock. She come around the corner and she's like,
You
hey, you look like Blues.
like
Who?
He had
Blue's
the dog rag, like under his hat, and they were just hanging down like droopy blue ears.
Okay.
So he looked like Blue's Clues.
It was just out of the blue, D-Rock. It was weird.
All you viewers at home can't smell it, but it does smell like burning plastic over here. How hot is that? That is burning hot.
Yeah.
Walkie knife. Leave my merch shop.
Yeah, nice little plug. There you go.
Feel this fabric now. Squeeze my eyes.
Oh, God. Damn.
Grab a thermometer.
I got one of those Porthead ones at home. Beep, beep, beep. 127. Take your child immediately to the ER.
Yeah. That's what this fabric will tell you. It's bad. It's hot. I don't know what he's doing.
He's just trying to make it look like he's doing something. You know, Hunter.
Yeah.
Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that? Woo! There was a staple sticking halfway up, and he went pop with the bucket and slammed her in. Precision, engineering, equipment.
Very good job, Hunter. Hey, don't do that.
There are operators with 15 to 20 years experience that wish they could do what you just did.
I know.
They wish they could do what you just did. It would take them years to be able to do what you just did. And you did it. You didn't even know nobody was looking.
No, I didn't.
You just did it.
I just did it. When this staple came up, I need to put her back down.
Pop.
Pop like that. Just like that.
All right, I'm gonna go, Holly. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, it's too hot for me. I've been in the air conditioning for 4 straight days.
That's fine. I've been in this for 4 straight days.
But as soon as you're done here, you get to go to the air conditioning, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go to the pool.
Ha.
See you, Preston.
See you, D-Rock.
It's way too hot for me, man.
I know, me too.
Oh, after a nice little stressful morning here, how do we deal with stress? How do you guys deal with stress? Some people smoke, some people vape, some people drink, some people eat. I'm one of those people that eats when I'm stressed out. Over here eating my feelings. And it's cheese curd day, so we're doing good. So good. Could probably just put them on the dash. When it's this hot out, just let them melt into a big ball of cheese
Check out
sauce.
giveaway number 26 here at Pagel Services, guys. We're giving away this brand new electric golf cart. Now this thing is road legal. Comes with headlights, taillights, turn signals, and even Bluetooth radio. You can hook it up to your phone and jam out. Plenty of seating on here for 4 people. You got a nice basket in the front to carry your extra stuff. So whether you need this at your campsite or at your home or your ranch, whatever you could use a golf cart for, you're gonna want to get yourself entered. PagelServices.net/shop. Every dollar you spend gets you entries to take home this brand new golf cart.
All right, back here at the shop, and it is hotter than F in here. It's like 80% humidity in here, so fat guy that just got done eating cheese curds. I'm dying. Went through, changed the filters, checked everything over, all the fluids are good. Changed the tranny filter and a fuel filter, and then I'm trying to pinpoint this oil leak. So what I did was pressure washed it all off, and now I've degreased it with the image wash single step. I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes, try to eat away all that oil, grease, and grime. Pressure wash it again, put some oil in it, run it for 10 minutes, see if I can pinpoint the exact oil leak. And again, I really don't think I'm gonna fix it right now, you know, unless it's something simple. If it's something simple, sure, but I got a feeling it's either the oil pan gasket or the rear main seal. So we're gonna let that stuff dwell. If you guys are interested in the Image Wash products, check them out in the merch store. We got the Image Wash Pro Bundle. That's the stuff we use here to wash all of our trucks and equipment, and it works great. Highly stand behind it. So if you guys wanna get entries into the golf cart giveaway, check out Image Wash products. And if you're not interested in our merch store and our giveaways, you can certainly just go to Image Wash products, go to their website, and there's a link down in our description. Use my code. That'll get you the discount on everything you buy on their website. So highly recommend their stuff, guys. And while we're sitting here waiting for that to dwell, I'm looking at this damage that Dan did with the sprayer. Obviously the box, I mean, that's not gonna be there's no PDR guy that's gonna do that. You know, it wouldn't make sense. The door, I'll probably have that, and the cab, I'll have the dents pushed out, PDR that. Even got the running board, that's awesome. Not too happy about it, but really this truck needs a flatbed. A little easier access on and off with the sprayer and stuff. So, you know, we're probably gonna run it like this for a while. I'm not gonna keep jamming money into these trucks if we're not going to take care of them and be careful. So, but maybe next year we'll put a flatbed on this truck. It just works better for spraying anyways. So, all right, we're getting hot and sweaty and nasty now. So I'll finish greasing the truck, check the front end over, check everything else, and then add some oil to it, start it up, see if we can see where the leak's coming from. Got all the engine oil added and checked everything else out. Everything's good. So now I just got to pinpoint this leak. So I'm gonna start it up and put her up in the air, and let's see if we can find it. I just changed the fuel filter, so sometimes it's got some air in it. It's got to bleed it out. All right, I can see where the oil's coming from here. I'll show you guys on YouTube so that if we got any mechanics that have fixed this before, they can put in the comments and tell me. So it is right, it's coming out from the bell housing where the bell housing meets the engine. So as you can see, coming out there, and I think the majority of it's right here, right up behind the starter. So this was all pressure washed off 5 minutes ago, and it's clearly running out in between the bell housing and the motor. So is that the rear main seal, or is there another gasket or seal in there? I don't know. Obviously, I'll look it up online and see if it's a common issue, but put her down in the comments if you've worked on them. 17 to 19 L5P. So at least we got that diagnosed. The other thing I got to look at quick is the brakes. Dan said the brakes are squealing, so I got to figure out which ones are about shot. Oh, alrighty, we got the wheels off here, and
checking out the brake system. So the rotors look good yet. The pads are getting down there. So if you look through here, you can see not much left of the pads there. Front's actually got more than the back. The back's really down there. These ones are pretty much gone. So, but I think I'm gonna run them a couple more weeks here. Maybe the full oil change, we'll see. Probably not. I want to make sure I get all the parts here. I don't want to try and do it all today, cram my day full, be stressed out. There's really no point. This will still go a couple thousand miles before they really got to be changed. So, but as for this truck, I think it's good to go. I got to research that oil leak. I put the wheels back on, gotta wash it, gotta tell Dan to wash it a little bit more. It's probably enough working in the shop here. It is so humid, and the smoke, it's like I've been smoking Montegos all day long. Dan should be getting back from Minneapolis. Hopefully no problems with that truck. And we're gonna go show you guys what he picked up today.
Yesterday.
Unfortunately, I gotta get a ride from Derek. We gotta go up to the collision auto center and pick up one of the trucks that's gotten fixed. So I got a ride in Derek's journey. Now I don't know. This is not a skit. This is not planned.
This is real life.
This is real life, guys. I know we f around and do skits, but this is this is disgusting.
This is real life. What do I all got down there?
You got a cup tray, you got some pizza from New Horizons, some water, you got some vapes.
Okay.
I mean,
You can.
none of my trucks are this dirty on the dash. Not one truck in our fleet is this gross. I mean, one of them cup holders been cleaned out.
Yeesh. Years, multiple for sure.
Yeah, it smells like a wet sock in here. Oh, you got the jobber air freshener.
Yeah, that came in the mail. I took that right away. I was like, I need that.
Need that in the journey there. But you know, Derek's not really a car enthusiast or really gives a shit. This is just a tool to him, so he really doesn't care one bit about his vehicle.
Gets me from point A to point B.
Yeah, that's it. Literally. So we gotta pick up truck 216 here. Let's go see what the collision place had to fix on her. We had to get a windshield in this one, so I think that's 3 windshields we've replaced this year. Both of these trucks that we bought down south had some pretty good sized rock chips in the windshield, and the one cracked, so I was like, well, this one's gonna crack too, might as well just get her done. So it's basically $600 to have a new windshield installed. But I did go through this truck. I fixed the oil leak. That was the drain plug was stripped out, and there was like 2 threads holding it in. I got that fixed. I checked all the other fluids. Everything else was good on this. And then I also got a price quote on giving this truck a little weight loss program, and that's $5,000 to $6,000 just to let her breathe easy and run a little better. So probably gonna have to do that. But this truck is going up to Minneapolis tomorrow, so she's all good to go. Dan's got to go pick up something for me, and we'll show you guys what that is later.
One shift later.
All right, guys, got Dan's all truck done here, and we were just spraying some iron remover on these wheels. So if you guys don't know, your wheels are going to get covered in iron from the brake dust and such. Degreaser isn't what you want to take off the iron dust. What you want is iron remover. And if you go to our merch store and check it out, it's included in our Pagel Pro Bundle image wash products. Stuff works great. Leave it on there for 5 minutes, rinse the wheel off. All that brake dust is going to come right off there, and then you can wash your wheel. Makes it a lot easier, because really degreaser is not made to get all those iron particles off there. All right, Dan just got back from, where'd you go? Shakopee, Minnesota. So let's get this new tool unloaded. All right, check out this new grapple we got for the mini excavator. So this is called a CMP Hydro Grapple. You know, I've always kind of wanted one, and you guys are just gonna have to wait and see what I bought this for. We bought it for a specific project, large project that we got coming up. We're actually starting that project next week, so you guys are going to get to see what exactly this is used for. We're going to get her mounted on the excavator here today. We're going to take the bucket and the thumb off that and get this new fancy, expensive piece of machinery hooked up. And you guys will have to wait till the next video to see what we're using it for. I just want to say thank you to all of our subscribers and all of our members. We truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now, if you guys do want to become a Peggle Elite member, all you got to do is go to our YouTube page, click Join Now, and for 10 bucks a month, you get full access to all the behind-the-scenes footage, all the blooper reels, all the podcasts, and you even get 1,000 free entries each month into each giveaway by becoming a Peggle Elite member. So it's kind of a no-brainer. If you want to get some entries and you want to see all of our extra footage and the podcast, click Join Now, 10 bucks a month, and we will see you on the Peggle Elite side.
Out in southwest Wisconsin where the work gets done, we ain't about the fake, we just show the real fun. From fixing up the houses to clearing out the land, a little bit of sweat and a whole lot of hands. Ain't no